where we have one player who's using an off-meta weapon and one player who's using a messer.
Yes.
It's
Although,
basically,
would you say the Vanguard Messer or the Knight Messer is more meta?
I mean, it depends on what you want, right? If you'd rather have the higher health than the knight, but if you'd rather have the higher
I'm just saying, what's
stamina
more
than the
common, you
vanguard.
think?
I feel like I see knight messer more often.
Okay, yeah, same. Yeah, you could all chill with the fighting in the stands. That'd be great.
The crowds are antsy.
They're
They
rowdy.
want their bread. They want their bread. They have the circus, but the bread is not there. Can you give me 2 seconds? I'm gonna grab some water.
Yeah, do your thing. Started here. So sticking with Maul against Vanguard, generally, you know, not recommended, but Peon a Maul specialist, as I mentioned, as well as a greatsword specialist. I'm assuming if he falls behind, he will switch again, but lands the first hit there, and it's traded Excel for Excel. Amethyst will have a slight damage advantage from the Messer. Someone already low on stam. I think it is Peon being the female character model. Some counters, and it is back. Whiff is not punished. And there it is, a nice little neutral horizontal. And Amethyst finishes that round with 3 clean horizontals. I think versus the Maul horizontal, the Messer obviously is longer. I don't know that it's faster. It's probably pretty close. I would say it probably comes down to who excels it faster in the spacing. And there's the greatsword right away. Makes sense though. He may have been expecting Amethyst to come out as a knight because Amethyst does play quite a bit of knight. Jabs in neutral. I think the Messer will have the neutral advantage to some degree, just with that stab being much more of an option. Again, look for the overheads in neutral from Peon. That's his best option typically. This guy's countering away in a whiff, not punished. The stab is too slow, and actually Amethyst with a punish of his own. Nice little leg shot there. I don't know if that was a toe drag from behind, but... And Amethyst's ground hit is kind of punished there. It messes up his own tempo, I think, and he misses the counter.
How do you do?
Amethyst sticking with Vanguard. And there's that stab, just taking a commanding presence to neutral. The follow-up. And it's a one-hit game for Amethyst. He lands the kick, but it's punished. I wouldn't say lands the kick. Well, feint the jab there is blocked. That's a risky spin stab. The thing about the Messer stab inside is it is slow, and it is punishable by an Excel. But the whiff on the spin is punished. And yeah, that's the thing about spins, is if you misspace them and you don't turn enough on the release, your release will end before you actually hit the opponent, and they will have a free window to get you.
Which do you say has the advantage here, the greatsword or the Messer?
The Messer. I would say the Messer has the advantage because it has better tools in neutral, and it's about even inside. But I think the Messer takes the neutral game advantage if played on the Vanguard. I think if played on a Knight, it's more of an even matchup. But maybe a still slight advantage because of the damage inherent to the Messer.
Another thing to note is the Raider has 2 full primary weapons.
Not that he's been disarmed yet. We haven't seen a lot of disarms in general this tournament, besides that Durag matchup that was just such a slugfest.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi there, Cody. Alrighty.
Seeing a relatively close
here?
match, Amethyst versus Peon. Amethyst taking a slight advantage. And we were just discussing how the Messer probably has a slight advantage in this matchup. I don't like that look away stab from Amethyst. It's I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to obscure his animation so that he misreads it. But
Right.
it hasn't worked, and
Oh.
it has whiffed once. And yeah, there we go. Nice finish from Peon there. But yeah, the thing is, it exposes your back, and I think Amethyst plays first, if I'm not mistaken. It exposes his back, and if Peon does gamble it with a well-executed overhead excel, it's pretty easily punishable, as well as even actually an accelerated horizontal if spaced properly. So for now, he's just going for the counters on it, which is a perfectly safe option as well.
Yep. And here we go.
Tonight.
Night switch is
makes
going to be
sense.
big for him. That is
Yeah,
a
he now has the
very...
health advantage, but has sacrificed a bit of that stamina, a bit of that movement.
Oh. See, there's that overhead axel from Peon that I was talking about last match when he was getting ducked by it by who did he fight earlier that knocked him into losers?
Check here. He fought Bungie.
Bungie, yeah. I mean, Bungie was using that to great effect here, but I've known him to use that. He used it quite a bit on me when we were fighting originally, and we were playing Greatsword to Greatsword. And, yeah, he's using it now as well, so good to see him bringing that back. That overhead axel is dangerous.
He's going to need to focus on the defense here because he's at the inherent disadvantage when it comes to mistakes to give.
Right, that's true.
And as we just saw there, Amethyst it just took his time, got in his shots when they were open, and he played again. That stab in neutral is just opening him up every time, and he's gotten the follow-ups on some of it. The free hit basically after from a mistake. And
right. Here's the swap to Maul.
It's a good counter pick. He was playing Maul in the first round. I don't know if you missed that, but
yeah.
He got kind of piecemealed by the Messer on that. And again, the Messer does have this advantage in neutral, but it's less so now that he's Knight. And contention on the score.
Looks like they're talking in chat here.
I believe it is 2-2 or 3-2. I don't know. We'll leave that to the ref.
Yeah. All right. Ref seems to be waiting. Oh, 3-2.
No, he is updated to 3-2. Okay.
There we go. And the fight begins.
Sure, why not? I mean, I can clip it.
Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Might be a bit of contention.
Oh, double stab.
Peon was also confused about the score last time, so it might be a recurring theme here.
Yeah, maybe Pova as well, I don't know. 3 stabs will do it on a Vanguard as long as none of them are leg hits.
I was sure that drag was going to land. Amethyst catching it, though.
Wow.
Oh, big 360 Axel.
Yep.
Another one.
Another one, and it's one hit game.
How low is he? Is he
one
jab,
overhead
kick? Oh.
No, he's not jab health. I think he's about 20 health.
Jab and a kick? Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is 20.
Yeah.
I think it is 20. Yeah. So he would need a little bit more than he can to just like spam short attacks. Wow, that would have landed if he would have come a little closer. Yeah, he was just outside of the range there. I'm not sure if that was Peon's footworking or if that was Amethyst.
Wow, 2 stabs and he sends him to the nether realm.
Yeah, that's gone, dude. That's crazy that he missed that. I mean, that was, I think, a product. I wish we could replay these. Yeah, it was a product of Amethyst's footwork or of his footwork not knowing where he was because he was turning around.
I'll check it right now. I'm on the stream as well, and it's a second behind for me. It's actually more like 15 seconds behind. Let's see. Yeah, no, Amethyst was well away from him. I don't even think that would have hit on a great sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
just curious, who was the one moving away? Was it him? Was it Amethyst who moved away?
Amethyst was spacing it. Yeah, he would have had to been. And I think it's one of those things where because he was turn capped and speed capped from the drag, Amethyst just saw it coming probably and outspaced it.
That's fair.
I think
being able to break this down.
You're free canned as well on this, right? Or are you locked onto?
It depends. I kind of move around, but I tend to lock onto one person.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you were watching from Peon's side, it looked closer than it was, but Cody had it on the stream from Amethyst's perspective, and it was.
I see.
Relatively far.
I gotcha. Because I was kind of looking at it from an above perspective. I tend to be a little bit higher. And that's definitely looked.
I really wish we could do some first-person perspectives. Yeah, ironically, the most popular video on the Tournament Grounds YouTube channel is me in first person getting wrecked by Shimbop and Trial by Blood 2. I took a round. That was respectable. But
Hey man, that's what you need, man. Just one round is all it takes. Fishing Bop
it's
is
not
one
like
of the best
they
players in the
weren't
game.
they weren't that close, but they were somewhat close.
Gotta take it where you can, man.
Good, all right. The longsword
Shin-
ditto is just if the longsword ditto will just reveal the better player most of the time. I said that we had a really close one, and yeah, I'm not gonna say like style matchups don't take a role in that because again, Sheepy versus Durag was such a great match. I think.
Oh yeah.
Despite it not being like a 4-4, tie or anything like that at the end, it was just a slugfest. Great to watch. Good performance.
You gotta love those slugfests. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah, and that whiff there on the big drag is punished, and
Oh!
wow, that's
Wow.
awesome though.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got that
Takes with
axle
them
off.
all, yeah. Could have just been an execution thing from Amethyst here. You can watch it back on the stream. Yeah, actually, he had the opportunity to punish that whiff, but he went for the counter there.
Can we plug the YouTube real quick in the comments for anybody who wants to see the
Sure,
past
yeah.
tournaments?
Oh, well, I got that up still. 1 second. Let me just watch the end of this fight here.
No, do your thing, do your thing.
Yeah, it was a drag, and Amethyst hit the wrong button.
Ah, I see.
A feint, I mean. It was, the overhead to heavy feint drag.
Right.
That's the YouTube there.
Oh!
See, Peon hitting the same dragon, I think Amethyst is ready for it now, especially on Vanguard. It's easier to punt.
Yeah, I feel like once you see one spin too many times, it becomes very easy to predict. That
Yeah,
one
and
is one of those things that you have to avoid, because it becomes a useless mix-up at that point.
Yeah, well, again, the big thing with spins is if you're doing a heavy spin, especially, the opponent's going to know it's coming from the audio cue, and they're just going to back up, and ideally, they're going to input the punish before you finish your attack, because they know they can outspace it.
Right.
But again, in the heat of the moment, in the right context, wow. Starting to bring it back.
Yeah, Peon taking it back. Throw back to the beer, double Dane throws. My proudest moment. Good times, yeah, good times.
Question for the chat. Would you guys be interested in seeing matches from the 5v5, we call it the National Chivalry League, coming up in January on the stream or the YouTube channel? Or both?
There is a correct answer to this.
Yeah. Now, Peon getting punished by twice on that same spin, he got punished, and it just cost him the game. I think he thought he could get him with it, but it's just I did get him a few times, but I think Amethyst is just he knows how to read that.
Very close match.
You have enough time to really just do it on a reaction.
100%, yeah.